A very happy new year, dear students. May God bless you with health and happiness. I hope you watched the previous videos. In the previous video, we covered present tense. We learned about simple present tense, we learned about present continuous, and we also learned about present perfect tense. In this video, I'm going to explain to you simple past tense. But before that, let's revise what we have learned. What is a tense? A tense of a verb tells us when the action happens, whether the action took place in the past, whether the action is taking place now, or whether the action will take place in the future. So, what is the simple present tense? The simple present tense is used for an action that is done regularly. We use the present simple tense for activities that happen again and again. Simple present tense tells about your daily activities, your daily habits, yes, and also for expressing universal facts as well as the scientific facts, which you cannot change at all. If we want to say that something is happening at the time of speaking, we use present continuous tense. The present perfect combines the present, past and the present. We use the present perfect simple for actions or state that started in the past and it is still continue in the future. For such action, we use present perfect tense. So let's move on to simple past tense. So what is simple past tense? Simple past tense is used for an action that was done in the past. So when you are speaking about that action must be over. It was done in the past. Such actions that are done in the past are called simple past tense. Okay. So simple past tense is an action that took place at some time in the past, an action that expresses some past habit. Okay. So we also use some words like usually, generally, every day, always, often, sometimes with simple past tense. Some examples like we usually worked at night. Yes. So these are actions which have got over, which was done in the past. So such sentences are called simple past tense. Verb forms in the simple past tense. Here are some of the ways in which we change the verb into simple past tense. So we usually add ed to most of the verbs to change their form. For example, she opened the door for the guests. Open is a simple present tense. To change it into simple past tense, we simply add ed. So it becomes simple past tense. Open, opened. They laughed at his joke. Laugh, laughed. The kitten looked around for its mother. Look, looked. But sometimes you get E at the end. So you cannot put double ED. So say when you get E at the last, you simply add D to the verb. For example, they closed the gates at 10 p.m. Verb is close. Close has a E at the end. So we simply add D and it becomes simple past tense. We lived in that house 10 years ago. Verb live, live, lived. People queued outside the counters. Verb queue becomes queued. For verbs with a single syllable, we have to double the last letter and add ed. Single syllable like the movement of your tongue. Fat, thin. Okay, so it has single syllable. So when you get single syllable, you have to double the last alphabet of the verb. For example, the thief grabbed her bag. Verb is grab. So grab means one syllable. So you double the last alphabet B, it becomes double B, and add ed. So grab becomes grabbed. She slammed the door. Verb is slam. One syllable. Yes. So double the last alphabet plus ed. Slammed. The teacher pinned the notice on the board. Pin becomes pinned. For verbs that end in Y, we change the Y to I and add ed. Whenever you get a verb ending with Y, remove that Y and add IED. For example, the potter carried the heavy load on his shoulders. Verb is carry. CARRY. So you remove Y and add IED. CARRIED. So carry becomes carried. My little brother cried a lot. CRY cry becomes CRIED cried. She tried hard to get the job. TRY try becomes TRIED tried. Some rules do not follow any of the above rules. They neither put D, they neither put ED, they neither put IED. They totally change the spelling. Yes, these verbs change completely when they change in the past tense. For example, my mother bought her grocery from the store. The verb is buy and it totally changes spelling and it becomes bought. BOUGHT. So buy, bought. The farmer kept the chicken in the coop. The verb is keep and keep becomes kept in the simple past tense. Another example, I went with her to the fair. Verb is go. Go becomes went in the simple past tense. A few verbs do not change their forms at all when used in the past tense. They remain the same. Okay, they neither put ed, de, ied, nor they change their spelling. They remain the same. The spelling is same in the present tense and in the past tense. For example, the fisherman cast his net in the sea. Verb is cast. The root form is cast. Even in the past tense, they don't add any of the alphabets. Cast remains cast. This dress cost 1,000 rupees. Present tense cost, past tense also cost. I put the clothes in the cupboard. Put, simple present tense also put, simple past tense also put. He hurt his leg. In the past tense also hurt, present also hurt. So dear children, you have to remember some of the words or some of the rules. All the other verbs add ed to make it into past tense. There are very few irregular verbs that change their spellings. So let's do one exercise. Change the simple present tense to simple past tense. First example, dry leaves fall off. Dear children, you have to identify the verb. If you are not able to identify the verb, it will be very difficult for you to change the tenses. Okay? So here in this sentence, fall is the verb. What will be the past tense of fall? Dry leaves fell off. Next, I feel sorry for my mistake. Feel becomes felt. I felt sorry for my mistake. I always buy new books. What is the past tense of buy? Bought. I always bought new books. Next example, she meets me in the evening. Meet becomes met. She met me in the evening. Very beautiful roses grow in our garden. Grow becomes grew. Very beautiful roses grew in our garden. The moon shines brightly in the sky. Shines is a present tense to become past. The moon shone brightly in the sky. Dear children, remember some of the rules. Remember some of the irregular verbs. The lesson will become very easy. Okay? Try to solve the rest of the exercise by yourself. Till then, thank you.